it was just about the Christmas period. No, I think about 2 years ago. Not the election year, but a year before the election year.
Okay.
The same thing happened. It went out to even $8.
I see.
But within 3-4 months before we entered the election year, the thing started going up again. It has happened before because for $1 to be stable, it's not just about putting money in the system, because when you put money in the system, it will be stable for a while.
Exactly.
There are a lot of dollars, so it will not be difficult to get them, and it will drive prices down. That one is normal. But the way to sustain it is when the productivity is going up. So far, so good. I mean, everybody is praising you, or at least majority people who are objective will be praising you.
Yeah.
We know that the opposition people cannot praise you because it will be against them. So for them, we understand. Just that they should also be legitimate in their criticisms. I mean, see a genuine thing that you think you can hit him with has happened before, or what we know that politicians are good at. They will show you something, they will be doing something else. I mean, Kufuor launched special prosecutor. And there are a lot of allegations about corruption.
I know,
even
right?
after saying that special prosecutor will take care of corruption
and prosecute all those who are corrupt in government.
And we got a lot of allegations about corruption after that thing. So I'm not so confident about Mahama also launching code of conduct.
Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
We are surely back again on that show where we don't even have a name, but we are talking facts. We are talking everything that you have to talk about with us as well. Over the weeks, we've started something that is everything, some beyond show business and more. Now, today, there's a story that I found online, and I want to read the story so we share opinions on it. It is going to be another political conversation because we have seen growing interest, people who are loving whatever we are doing in that space, and we want you to be a part of it. This was found on Ghana Web, and it's about President John Dramani Mahama. In fact, this week being his 120 days in office, he has been getting all the accolades. Many people are praising him because the social contract that he actually signed with the people that he's going to do within the 120 days, the checklist proves that indeed he has done a lot, if not all. Yesterday, I was going through some of the checklists. I said, oh, wow, this is rich. Yeah, and many are praising him. In fact, I think I read a headline from Professor Adai. Professor Stephen Adai, who was saying that, oh, Mahama's 120 days in the office has been very great. Like so many people praising him. In fact, just before coming to the studio, I saw this boy, Taju. No, Taju is one of the street boys around. He said, hey, we are begging Mahama, he can't just be a president for one term. We are begging him to come for a second. And say, wow. Yeah, man. People are already pushing for some more for him. And I said, well, maybe it's looking good. But there is something that Mahama has introduced that has gotten us talking for the past days. Here in our office, we have been discussing it. Let's look at what is good and what is bad around it before we can proceed. Now, Ghana Web has reported that Mahama car gift, Kwachi Ofosu discloses sources of two vehicles. Mahama car gift, Kwachi Ofosu discloses sources of 2 vehicles. Now, let me read the story so we come back to what a president has introduced, something called Code of Conduct among appointees. Others are saying, oh, but what again is Code of Conduct? They already have other things. Others are saying, challenge is good, something to guide our people to behave right. Well, what is it saying? It says, the Minister of State in charge of government communications, Felix Kwachi Ofosu, has finally disclosed the source of the 2 vehicles that were presented as gifts to President John Dramani Mahama. Speaking on Asempa FM on May 7, 2025, Flex Kwachi Ofosu disclosed that the vehicles were donated by a Ghanaian company and a Chinese firm as part of efforts to support a green energy initiative aligned with the government vision, noting that the vehicles in question were electric. Now, the cars are presented to the state through the chief of staff were electronic vehicles that use batteries. Since it is modern, some companies want to introduce it into the country. The cars gifted to the president are from two different companies, a Ghanaian company and a Chinese firm operating in Ghana, who wanted the president to help promote the green energy initiative by using these vehicles. And by so doing, it will encourage others to go in that direction. Now, Kwachi Ofosu, who doubles as a member of parliament for Abra, Asebu, Kwamankesi, explained that the company's decision to give the vehicles was part of an effort to promote electronic cars in Ghana. He referenced instances where prominent individuals endorsing a product can greatly enhance its visibility and appeal, thereby encouraging wider public adoption. An approach, he said, underpinned the rationale behind the company's decision to present the vehicles as gifts. And it says that there are some companies who believe that if prominent people use or patronize their products, it will help promote the product. And so on a daily basis, people come with this perception in mind, getting you to help promote it. Now, Kwachi Ofosu further clarified that the president acted in accordance with the code of conduct by declaring the vehicles and subsequent presenting them to the state as their value exceeded the stipulated threshold of 20,000 Ghana cedis. He dismissed criticism regarding the president's acceptance of the gift, emphasizing that the president committed no wrongdoing. Ofosu stated that the president did not personally use the cars, but instead placed them in the state pool for official use. There are no laws that prohibit the acceptance of gifts, but if it exceeds a certain threshold, you must declare it and give it to the state pool. And that is the same law in many advanced democratic countries, only that there are different thresholds. In the case of Ghana, the threshold is 20,000 Ghana cedis, which means if a gift exceeds this amount, you must declare it to the state. And that is exactly what the President Mahama did. He has not committed any crime or breached the law. He hasn't used the cars, but sometimes it helps to promote local industries or companies trying to help the Ghanaian economy, and there is nothing wrong with this and should not attract criticism, he added. Now, this is where the story gets interesting. This is where it gets exciting, because so many codes of conduct are already in place for people in public places. But the president has added more. The last time we checked, a document that we were supposed to read about 65 pages. 65 pages, all outlining some more codes of conduct. Yeah. And I'm asking myself, oh, Mahama, I say, oh, squeezy it too much. Oh. And I say, well, you don't see it as such.
Like, yeah, I don't see it as such, but what I see is that he's displaying too much of I'm doing more for you.
Okay.
That kind of thing. And sometimes it is dangerous for politicians to be telling you what they are doing.
Okay.
Because from what we have seen, sometimes when they are about to initiate any program to help the youth or to help the country,
okay,
the name of the program is already a success.
Okay.
And if it happens like that,
the name is a success.
Like National Youth Employment Agency.
Those things.
When you get the full meaning, it's already a success.
Yeah.
Like National
Youth Employment Agency.
What it means is that the youth now you'll be employed.
Yes.
The success is in the name, and it's enough to defend whatever that you want to defend. So when you confront them that the youth are not getting job, whatever, they will say that, oh,
we have NYEA.
Yes, exactly. We have National Youth Employment Agency. So what again? We are employing people through YE. Yeah. That is it. Then when you go for SADA, Savannah Accelerated Development, they are developing the thing. So what is your problem? So you see.
Oh my wow.
Yeah. So when politicians are giving that kind of vibe. I mean, based on
titles.
based on what we have seen before, we have to be careful. So, launching a code of conduct.
Yeah.
It sounds good. I mean, follow this or else you will face sanction. It sounds good. But the thing is that we already have a code of conduct in our
public servants.
Yes, as a public servant or office holder, public office holder. There are conduct that you have to follow.
Yeah.
So the main thing that Mahama should be doing is to make sure that people follow the public of the office holders conduct that we already have, even in our constitution.
Fact.
So what again do you want to prove that you have to come up with your own code of conduct and then even give sanction in it? We all know that any other law or whatever that you bring, if it is against or conflict with the Constitution of Ghana, it will be null and void.
Yeah.
We can't use it.
Fact.
So I think Mahama, so far so good. I mean, if like Professor Ada said, if you are objective, we say that
Mahama has done well.
Yes,
Yeah.
and yes, I want to be objective.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm with him on that. I think so far so good. Mahama and his team. But he's doing so much, like the way you are saying that he is squeezing us.
Yeah.
I mean, he's proving so much that he's ready to do the right thing, and I am not so comfortable with that.
With that attitude, okay.
Yes, exactly, because we have seen it before. We knew some government officials who said that they will not get paid, like they won't take salary for the job that they have done, and we have heard what happened at the office that they were holding.
Yeah.
So for me, we don't really need you to say it to us that you want to do this or you have done this. Just do it. Your actions,
we will feel it.
Yes.
When we see you are doing it,
yes,
we will feel it.
Exactly. We don't need you to launch any code of conduct. I mean, if you are a public office holder, you should behave. And if you don't behave, there are laws to deal with you.
Yeah.
So make sure that those laws will work.
Okay.
Instead of coming up with the new laws. And you see, this guy, Okatache Frifa,
okay.
I saw him making a comment that Opana wants the ministers to steal because he's taking 4 months' salary from them. Yes, yeah. I mean, we know where Okatache Frifa stands, so it will not be surprising that he will
to hear him say such a thing. Yeah.
But to be fair to Mahama, he said that he's only going. He's telling the ministers to pledge 1 month of their salary to
support the Mahama care.
Mahama care.
Yeah.
Yes, and for those ministers who will not submit or who so far have not submit their assets or
declared their assets, yeah,
then he will punish them for not declaring their assets, and the punishment is that you have to forfeit
4 months of your salary.
3 months of your salary. So including the first month that
okay.
you are going to do, then it will be 4 months. So
4 months.
Yes, so it is not really direct like the way Okataji Ebrifa said it. It is 1 month, and the punishment
will be the 3 months.
For those who will not submit. And so for those who have done it already.
That is if you fail to do that side.
Yes.
Okay.
If you fail to declare the assets, yes, then you will forfeit the 3 months of your salary. If you yes. And then even after that, he also gave them, I think, about a month. If you fail that one, consider yourself fired.
Okay.
So like he's ready to work, he's doing stuff. I think it's okay for him to do it. Just that I'm not so comfortable with him launching that code of conduct, honestly, because of what has happened before or what we know that politicians are good at. They will show you something, and they will be doing something else. I mean, Kufuado launched special prosecutor.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of allegations about corruption.
I know,
even
right?
after saying that special prosecutor will take care of
and prosecute all those who are corrupt in government.
And
yeah.
we got a lot of allegations about corruption after that thing. So I'm not so confident about Mahama also launching code of conduct that will check the ministers or appointees of his government, because now they will be justifying or saying things that he has launched code of conduct, which means they will behave.
Yes.
But the thing is not automatic like that. And you don't even have to come and show it to us.
Yeah.
Give it to them.
You can't force them to behave as you want it.
Yes, exactly. So the main thing is that you should be monitoring them and punish those who will not do the right thing. We don't need to hear any code of conduct or whatever. And politicians, they are very tricky. As I said, the name of any program that they have launched comes with that success. The success is in the name. That's what they use to defend it.
The name itself does the job.
Yes.
But the actual implementation does not happen.
Yes. You can mention even free education.
Yeah.
When you ask any MPP what thing that NPP government, what they have done for the nation, they will say free education. And free education has done the job. Whether the education is good or
not, it is free. And now I'm sure we can even add 24-hour economy.
The same thing. The same.
You ask the people what is 24-hour economy, and they even struggle to explain it.
Things to you.
Yeah, so but when you hear it, you feel like, okay. It means an economy that is robust throughout the 24 hours.
Yes, you see. So they are very tricky. They give a name that will give them the defense tactic.
Yeah.
So they will mention it and it is done. But we need more than just the names.
So as part of this thinking, I was also asking, can it be that Mahama is doing most of these things in the early hours of his administration so that we start getting that confidence for him as it is out there?
Yeah.
Now, when you go out there, everybody is singing his praises.
Yeah.
Everybody is saying, hey, Mahama Iko. Yeah. Could it be that, let me do more? Maybe there are real things that people might even be expecting. I'll do some of these things just to frag them.
We have to give him benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
He said that he is coming back to do the right thing. In fact, the things that he couldn't do in his first step, this is the time for him to do it.
Yeah.
And as we have agreed so far,
so good. Yeah.
But
no two ways about
whether
that.
Whether it will continue or not, time will tell. So for that one, we will give him time and see how far he can take us.
Let's give time some time.
Yes. And see how far the whole thing will go.
Okay.
For now, I think it's in the, for those who are saying that he's doing well and they support him, I am with them. If the person is doing well, why not? We have to praise him. But we can't be so sure because it's too early.
Okay.
Let's wait for about 2 years. And then we will see.
That is where we can really determine what is happening within the country.
Exactly.
Because the other day you were even talking about not being excited about the dollar and the CD rate. You were not too cool because you think it is artificial.
Yes.
And if it is artificial, it will just be for a while.
Wow.
And we'll come back to the 18 and the 19.
It has happened before. NPP's time. It was just about the Christmas period. No, I think about 2 years ago. Not the election year, but a year before the election year.
Okay.
The same thing happened. It went out to even $8.
I see.
But within 3-4 months before we entered the election year, the thing started going up again. It has happened before because for $1 to be stable, it's not just about putting money in the system because when you put money in the system, it will be stable for a while.
Exactly.
There are a lot of dollars, so it will not be difficult to get them, and it will drive prices down. That one is normal. But the way to sustain it is when the productivity is going up. When there are more productivity in the system that we can export. If we are exporting more, it means you get more dollar in the system. I've heard that one of the reasons why we are getting this is that they are giving a way for those who are doing small scale mining to sell to them, to sell to the government. So that the government will be the one selling to the outside world. So what it means is that the productivity is going up. Because we will get more gold to sell and then get more dollars in the system and it will stable the
economy,
the dollar. So if indeed what they are doing is right, it's not artificial, the same thing, time will tell. Time will tell. And if it is like that, I think it will help us. If the dollars are going down like we are seeing it now, what it means is that if you are buying anything from outside,
it will be cheaper.
It will be cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean, for those of us who are doing some
who trade
in
dollars,
those things, it will help us at the end of the day. So it is a good thing. Just that it has happened before. So I will not be happy at this time that it is happening. Let's give it a time and see. What will happen.
I think before we also came in, I saw another story that was talking about the vice president also giving out her 4-month salary to support the Mahama Care Foundation. And I asked myself, in the advanced countries, when they want to establish some of these insurance organizations or insurance entities like this, do they put in their own monies? Now, the moment you start putting in your own money, what does it mean? The sustenance. Does it really assure us that we can sustain it? Because if I am coming to start something, I don't have money to run it for a time. The 4-month, 1-month salary, can it contain the people for the next 4 years that you are going to be in government? I have been asking myself that question. Because, one, the other day you were even talking about not liking the name, the Mahama Care Scrap. Because if it is a state thing, why make it Mahama Care? Why not Ghana Cares or something? Or health, BBBB, so that we know that it is for this benefit.
Exactly.
And now people are even taking money from their salaries. And this looks like more force, because when I saw, Mahama has asked the vice president to also give a 4-month salary. I said, when you do that, you are going to put undue pressure on people. Because not to take salary for 4 months, and with all the demands that politicians in Ghana suffer, all the people who go to politicians for money, what's more money salary?
Free baby,
problem. A problem in the near future.
That's the thing. So, in fact, I'm with you on this. I mean, if you are coming up with some of these social interventions, it's really, really difficult if you don't start it right. If the foundation is weak, it will you will get some problems going forward, because there are a whole lot of problems that you are going to face for social intervention programs, including Mahama Care or insurance this thing. There will be fraud in there. There will be waste in there. Not necessarily fraud, but waste. Because people who are going to manage those things, it's not their money. So they will use it basa. So they may not be,
how they manage it.
Exactly. So they may not be stealing it, but there will be a lot of waste. They will pay for things that they may not even need. It happens all the time. So you have to plan it well. You have to be careful. You can't be in a haste like the way that this thing is happening. You just come up with Mahama Care and you have donated your salary and let's go just like that. I mean, you should plan it well.
I'm sure he wanted to make it part of the 120 days checklist. That's why he was rushing to do it.
Exactly. So I think he should slow down. So far, so good. I mean, everybody is praising you, or at least majority people who are objective will be praising you. We know that the opposition people cannot praise you because it will be against them. So for them, we understand. Just that they should also be legitimate in their criticisms. I mean, see a genuine thing that you think you can hit him with. Don't just come up with anything and start demonstrations and all those things. No. It won't win anybody to your side.
And most of these demonstrations, they seem guilty. They seem guilty even in their governments.
In your past, that's what you were doing. So if you just turn around and say that you are not doing the right thing now, we see, like, we know what is happening. So don't just come and conjure things so that you create problems and all those things. I think the opposition, they should also be careful. That's why in our last edition, I said that if Kennedy Japan gets the leading role in MPP, the party, the face of it will change. It will change for sure. Because what is happening now, I know they see it up from them. I think they are just talking. They are not really strategizing. They are not really together like that. There's internal conflict going on, and everybody is doing their own thing, and they are really struggling. I think they should form a better opposition push for certain things, like what Mahama did with the pad thing. I'm not so happy about the pad sharing.
You don't like it?
Not really.
I saw a video of the lady who was sharing it, giving it even to guys.
Yeah.
When she was sharing it, she just to the lady. But the boy but the guy took it and madam.
That's where the waste thing will come in.
Yes, because she just threw them away.
And you know the tia. And you
yes, on Chenti or
Chamanasa. No, I call report to say my Chamanasa. Social interventions, you have to be careful because there are a lot of waste in there. People
so why don't you like the pattern? Let's be
yeah. I think it's not sustainable.
Okay.
Yes, it's not sustainable. It will get to a point that it will be difficult to give it out. But those who will be in charge will still be paid, regardless. I mean, wherever the money will be coming from, they will still get your money. So it's either you tax us with some nuisance tax somewhere to do this, or you have to abandon it at some point in time. We need a sustainable way of taking care of our people.
Yeah.
If there's a need for us to give pad to students, I think why should we even be taking tax on pads? Before you go, I mean, it should be rather cheaper for people to be able to afford.
If you think it is a basic need like
thing,
that,
yes.
Why make it easily accessible so that many people can get it without stress?
Exactly. So why do you put tax on it and later go and share it to some people and say that social intervention, you have to help them and all those things? I think there are things that we need to be careful, especially if we want to come up with. And for me, social intervention programs, a lot of waste go on in there. Yes. So we have to be careful about them. So, I mean, regardless of whatever we say, we still have to give him time. And the people in there, and I hope they will deliver.
Well, congratulations to Team Mahama. That is Mahama, the president, and his ministers, as well as the MPs who are making sure the laws will work here in Ghana. Early days yet, but everybody is saying that you have done the yeoman's job even in the 120 days of office. We all wish you well. As a matter of fact, we all want to live comfortably in Ghana, so we wouldn't be thinking about, should I run abroad? Should I stay in Ghana? Because now some people, that's their headache. They wake up and challenge. Because things are not done right like that. So if he gets it right, it is for the betterment of all of us. So keep delivering, but go slowly. Hasten in your delivery. Like, go slowly, one after the other. After all, we believe the 4 years, if you really plan well, like the country will feel it. If you really plan well. To be 4 years old, but you feel like, oh, Charlie, I want to be 20 years ago. So it is like that, and it is what it is. We wish you well. We are watching, we are observing, and I'm sure when it does not go well too, we'll come here to say it. But for now, dear, it is looking good. Congratulations. John Dramani Mahama Twaso.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Push sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.